It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski. He's a wonderful and funny actor, perhaps most notably as Mike McClintock on Veep, for which he received 2 Primetime Emmy nominations. In movies big and small, The Hangover, Elf, and more, he's a consistently amiable presence. He's in a new movie called The Good Half, which will see a theatrical release via Fathom Events on July 23rd and 25th. He's actor, comedian, and writer Matt Walsh. He joins me now. Matt, what's going on?
You nailed the intro, Steve. Thank you. Lovely.
I aim to please. Matt, what is The Good Half all about?
The Good Half is a story of loss. It's about a young man played by Nick Jonas who comes home after his mother, Elisabeth Shue, has passed away. I play Nick's father, and it's about what families have to do to get through that and resolving those wounds and healing ourselves. So it's kind of heavy subject matter, but it's sort of beautiful and funny, too.
How does acting in drama, Matt, challenge you as an actor? Or maybe does it challenge you, rather?
No, it does challenge you because you can't get out of it as quickly. With comedy, when they say cut, you can sort of drop it, goof around, and then when you're in a drama, you are still sad or you're still crying or you're still angry, and it doesn't leave you, and you're more likely to take it home at the end of the day. So I find it more emotionally draining to do drama. This
movie's got a great ensemble cast. What was the experience like? What was sort of the on-set camaraderie like with Nick Jonas, David Arquette, and the others?
It was really lovely. We were sort of holed up in this small town called Montclair, New Jersey, and sort of living like a family for a month, we'd seeing each other every day. And I hadn't really known anyone in the cast, but, Nick's from Jersey, so he showed me around a little bit, a couple of haunts. He's a very kind and generous person, and Elisabeth Shue is really funny. And then David Arquette, I feel like I don't know, I was sort of starstruck. He's such like I feel like he was a movie star in my mind, and he's really funny and has such great energy. So, and then Brittany Snow is just this talented, lights out actress who is super kind and everything. So it was really lovely and very committed to trying to make a good film, in a small window of time that we'd all committed to.
I know your Chicago roots. Did you get to touch base with David Arquette about him acquiring the rights to Bozo the Clown?
We did touch on that for a while. Yeah, he's so interesting, and I don't know what he's going to do with it yet, but he was obsessed with it and the whole, because there were different Bozos in different markets.
Right.
And then, I don't know if you know a guy, Scott Simon, who's an NPR fella, who's does the weekend edition, but he also wrote a play about Bozo that he sent me. So there's all these people who are fascinated with Bozo, and Bozo was a big thing for people of our generation. So I don't know what he's going to do with it. I think he's still. He showed me some drawings, and I think David is bringing it to life. He showed me some drawings that I think he himself did, which were great, really, really good.
He is Matt Walsh. His new movie, The Good Half, comes to theaters July 23rd and 25th via Fathom Events. Matt, a few more questions with you. Most of us have seen The Hangover multiple times. Can you give us a story maybe from the set of the movie that many don't know?
The one story I remember is we were filming, I believe, on the night that Barack Obama was first elected. So I remember, we would do a take, which was insane because there was a naked 80-year-old man in the scene, and then we would go off set and check the election results and such. So it was like a crazy contrast of a big political event, and then this very immature, silly scene where we're all laughing too much. So that's kind of my memory of The Hangover.
I really love your presence in a lot of these low-key comedies like Brigsby Bear, Free Samples, The Brass Teapot. That's another great one. What do you suspect is the underrated gem in your filmography that not many people have seen?
Well, you brought up Brigsby. I'm really proud of that one because that had such a odd, compelling tone, like Kyle and Dave, the director, I think they all wrote it together. It had such an odd, compelling tone, and Mark Hamill is in it, and it's a comedy, but it's born out of this weird tragedy where a kid's kidnapped. So I think that's a nice little gem to check out. It's another nice little gem. Oh, boy. I mean, Role Models is not necessarily a small movie, but that's a film I really enjoy I turn my kids onto that. They really enjoyed that. Yeah, those are the two that come to mind.
Switching gears, too, did you know what you were getting into with movie 43? How did your participation in that come about?
Deep dive dive there. That's a project that was knocking around Hollywood for a long time, and I believe the Farrelly brothers were behind it. And so it came and went, and so my recollection is my manager said, oh, they want you to do this. So I said, all right, what is it? Okay, it's not happening right now. And then a year later it came back, and then it's not happening. And then a year later it came back. And then finally Elisabeth Banks was directing. It was a sketch project of hardcore, edgy sketches, I think is the idea. And so Elisabeth had one, and I had worked with her on Role Models, weirdly enough. And she called me and said, I want to do this thing. I'm like, what is it called? She's like, what is it called? Project 43? 47?
Movie 43.
Movie 43, yeah. Because it did have different titles or whatever. It had this weird title for a long time. And so I said, oh, my God, I've been hearing about this forever. Yes, I'll do it. So we ended up shooting that. So that was that's another weird gem, yeah, because I think Elisabeth was the first thing she directed, and she did a great job.
As someone who also grew up and attended school in DuPage County, Illinois, like you, I love my Chicago Bears. Do you have any bold predictions this season with the introduction of Caleb Williams? Any bold predictions for the Bears this year, Matt?
Well, all I can think about is offense. I felt like when we had Alshon Jeffrey and Jay Cutler, we had this offense that was just like, what is this? What is this thing called offense? And so I feel very excited about offensive side of the ball. I think we're going to be able to move the ball a lot. I think we have a great receiving core, which you definitely need in the NFL. And I think by all accounts, Caleb is, he's the whole package. So I don't know how far we'll get. My bold prediction is we make the playoffs. How about that?
I like the sound of that. Who's your all-time favorite Bear, Matt?
Walter Payton.
Easy answer right there. He is Matt Walsh. Again, his new movie, The Good Half, is coming out July 23rd and 25th, exclusively in movie theaters to start. I want to give you the final word, Matt, to talk about The Good Half or anything else that you'd like to touch on, any other projects in the works. The floor is yours, man.
What is that? You put me on the spot here. Go DuPage County. I love you.
Wise words. I love that as well. He is Matt Walsh. Again, The Good Half in theaters, July 23rd and 25th. Matt, it's been a serious pleasure. Love seeing you in movies. Cannot wait to see The Good Half.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.